Okay, obviously, tremendous performance from our team across the board. I thought we started out on fire on vault, continued that on bars, landed well most of the night. Did towards the end, their scores are what they are. Now, you guys have told me, you guys have heard me say that when the scores are low, we can't get distracted by that, and I thought our kids did a good job of doing that tonight. They weren't low on the back half of the meet; they were not, and so call it like I see it. And but I certainly think we had a performance worthy of a 198 tonight, and it was good to see. You worry sometimes with senior night and things like that if emotions can't creep in. And cause you to be distracted, and I challenged them for the last couple of days not to allow that to happen. And I gotta be honest, there were moments when they had me wondering, not before the competition, but they really showed up and did a great job tonight, and just super proud of them. I thought there were spots. I don't see everything that's going on, but I saw a beam set from Jeffrey Scott that I thought should have scored higher for Georgia as well. So I don't want it to be said that I'm not balanced in my opinions of things. I thought Jeffrey Scott's beam set was one thing that I saw that that warranted something a little more special than what it wasn't a bad score, obviously, but I thought it could have gone a little higher. I'll probably get in trouble for questioning all that, but whatever.
Obviously, we got to talk about the 10 in the room, Aaliyah Finnegan.
Beautiful
First of the
beam set.
year. Just what did you make of it?
It's a beautiful beam set. I mean, she's got that in her, and we've seen it so many times over the years. And Aaliyah's beam is special. When she's dialed in, it is special. And that was a routine that was easily equal to the one that she finished up for us last year with, and was equal to the one that we saw the first competition this season that I called one of the best ones I had ever seen her do. So thrilled for her. She's battled with a couple little things, here and there this year, but really on 3 events tonight, and really even the fourth one, minus the step out of bounds, the quality of the work was exquisite. And nobody does a double Arabian like that on floor and does that stag jump out of it. I mean, it's and just the entirety of the performance. So the 3 events that she just wired were special tonight, and she really was in a good place mentally and emotionally coming into the competition.
And then Kaylin, if I'm not mistaken, probably broke a record for a freshman in the all-around. Just her consistency throughout the season and just getting better week by week. What did you think of it?
Yeah, well, I just talked to her. I said, she's amazing from a gymnastics perspective, but I wanted her to take note of the way that these seniors are regarded, and to make sure that she understands why they're regarded the way they are. It has very little to do with their scores. It has more to do with the quality of the people that they have been, and the character that they have exhibited in building this thing with us, and taking the reins and wanting to leave their legacy. And so obviously super proud of her as a freshman, but also want to, I just wanted for her to stop and take note of the way that Haley and Aaliyah and Sierra and all those guys are regarded by our fans, and it's because of the people they are, not because of the scores they put up.
It's a great performance. Scoring is, of course, subjective. You guys say you're competing against everyone
Every week.
Do you want people around the country to go, whoa, LSU's really got it going good right now, or do you think that makes any impression out there?
I don't want anyone to react one way or the other. I want our team to perform to the best of its abilities every single week. And that's really all I challenge them to do. Whether the scores are high or low on a given day, I can't control, and they can't control. So we're not going to allow any of it to become a distraction whatsoever. I thought the first 2 events, we earned every penny of what we got in there tonight. I thought the last 2 things, there were a couple places where we, might have gotten a half tenth, or 10th in spots. But I don't But I'm not going to put any more weight into that than I do when things are too low. I think it's really about our performance. And at the end of the day, when everybody gets, if we all do our job and everybody gets on the same floor, then we got the same panel of 6 judges looking at us, and we'll have a representation. We did something this year that kind of broke scoring, and it was ill-advised, and it caused a lack of consistency nationwide, not in the SEC specifically, but all across the country. We saw a pendulum swing all the time, even within panels. So you heard me talk about it before it started, it was fairly predictable that would happen, because some judges felt paralyzed to give scores and others didn't. And you just we injected something that probably should have been done differently, and so you're going to get pendulum swings. I'm not going to apologize for a score that we got. I think our team, as I said, it was worthy of a 198. I don't care whose gym you're in, whether it was a 575 or whatever. Is that what it was? Then I mean, everybody can debate those things, but the quality of the performance from our team was a championship quality performance, and that's what's important to all of us. It's not revolutionary for scores to go high on people's senior nights. Just so if anybody's been paying attention over the years, it can happen.
Y'all posted not only the program's highest score tonight, but also the nation's highest score in defeating Georgia. How are you guys going to take that energy going into Auburn and being consistent, especially with SEC championships coming up?
Yeah, and the questions keep coming, right? I just got done saying I'm not concerned about scores, and the questions keep coming about score. The energy and the performance is the thing. Did we perform at a championship level tonight? The answer is unequivocally yes, we did. And what that will look like week to week, could it be the same performance and get a different score? Of course. So guys, it is what it is, and I don't think there's any doubt that we won the meet, and I don't think there's any doubt that it was a great performance. So again, I'm not going to get hyper focused on the score.
What'd you make of the exhibitions that we saw today? We haven't seen Alona in maybe 2 years. Just her and Tori. Just what'd you think of them?
I thought it was tremendous. Alona had a lot of doubt whether she could pull that off, and she was ready. She just needed to get out there and show that she's still a viable option. And I had a good conversation with her yesterday, and I hope that it served its purpose. That because she's a proven commodity, and if something were to change, and it can. You get to this time of year and things can, you heard me say it, you walk a tightrope with health, and you hold them together with duct tape and Band-Aids and super glue and whatever else you can, and so Alona gives us another option that is a proven commodity that can score well on floor and on bars. Debated whether to put her or Tori in the exhibition on bars tonight, and Tori sort of won out this week and did a good job.
After Aaliyah's beam set, I saw you guys, share a moment. She's obviously emotional. Can you share what you talked to her about, and how proud of her you are this year after everything she's been through?
I'll share part of it. She's special. And I am exceptionally proud of her. She followed her sister's footsteps and could have gone elsewhere, and she came here. In many ways, had always been in her sister's shadow, and came here and did her thing, and was authentically Aaliyah Finnegan for 4 years, and so I am proud of her. And there's other things that we're working through, and those things are obvious, and but she's got my support, and I know this: we're a better team with Aaliyah Finnegan out there on every event than we are without her, and I want her to rest in that and to be at peace with that, and to be comfortable and not press.
Seeing the crowd roar the way they did for every senior that competed tonight, and then seeing how they performed very consistently like they did their freshman year, just the years that they've spent here and the consistency they've shown, how special is just this entire group, all 10 of them.
Yeah, I mean it's a variety pack, right? 4, 5, and 6 year, and COVID facilitated a lot of that and the extra numbers that we've had, and we've needed them, and yeah, it's nice. I was really pleased with how many fans stuck around for the recognitions, and we're enthusiastically cheering for those kids. They've earned that, and it's not often that when you have to, the SEC mandates that we do the recognitions at the end, and in many places people leave, and we had those that left, but we had a very large contingency that hung out, and our fans are special, you guys. I know you know that because you're local, but I don't know that people around the country really fully appreciate how different LSU is, and whether it's our sport or baseball or obviously football and women's basketball, it's different, and you don't know it until you're here, and it's hard to even put it into words, but they're part of our family. Those fans, a lot of them know us on a first name basis, and we work hard to try and make sure we know as many of them as we possibly can, and we've got great support, great support.
Your score was great, but Georgia's wasn't terrible. It wasn't
No.
a foregone conclusion that you would win
No.
this meet going into it. I mean, you
No.
just talk about.
Well, that's a good
just talk
team.
about that. Yeah, I mean, just you had to have a good performance
Yeah.
period to win.
Georgia's maybe the most improved team in the country. No, that's why I was concerned about the emotion of senior night, potentially causing us to be distracted, because I know that what they're capable of, and they had a pretty solid meet. I didn't see everything. I pointed out the one routine that I saw that I thought could have done a little better, but look, they're a good team, and they're those guys are doing a great job over there, and they will continue to. They have the resource and the coaching now, and the all the tools to continue to do well. So nobody needs to be worried about Georgia too much. I was glad to get out with a win for sure. That it? Oh, you got one more? Yeah.
Not score based, I promise.
Yeah,
But just
guys.
the performance itself. What kind of confidence you think that'll give your team moving forward as the postseason does approach?
It should help, because we did it again. We did it last week. We started seeing it coming together several weeks back, and you're starting to see things carry over that are becoming more consistent. Case in point, Connor McLean landing her bar dismount 2 weeks in a row. She drilled 3 of them in warm-ups today. She told me the other day she'd never in her whole life even worked on sticking landings, because at the elite level it's not as emphasized, right? So it's never been a priority for her, and it takes time to make sure the direction and everything is exactly the same. And she thought, in warm-up she drilled 2 of them and looked at me and she goes, "Am I just getting lucky?" I'm like, "No, baby, you're figuring it out." So, and then did it again in the meet, did it last week in the meet. So that's one example of some of the things that we're starting to see come together at the right time of the year, and hopefully, it's an indicator of where we can go with this group. We can't take anything for granted, and we've got to continue to improve and get better in some spots, but certainly I was pleased with the whole of the performance, the improvements that I've seen over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I challenged them pretty hard in a way that I don't always do, to be a little bit. I mean, I was a little more fiery with them this week about determining their outcome and being in the proper mindset. Because meets like this can be trap meets sometimes mentally, and I just wanted to caution them, and they responded in a big way. I don't know how many of the girls you're going to get, because
I guess. I don't know. I was just told to come. Same. We were just told right here. Oh. Can we start? I don't want to. Yeah, I was like, wait. I feel like we should wait. Yeah. Alyssa's out there. Oh yeah, she was still out there. Should I do some ASMR? Actually, so who do they play next? Oh shoot! What were they? Were they the 2 seed or the 1 seed? Hornstown seed. Texas. Whoa! I saw that. That was crazy.
That's beautiful. What about baseball?
I went to the bathroom mid-meet, and I saw the Twitter notification on my phone. I was like, oh, period 18.
Wow.
Yeah. I have the Twitter notice on for like every single LSU sport.
I'm done with my print deadline.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. Perfect.
Oh, perfect. Hey, Lilo. Wait. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. Thank you.
We were doing ASMR.
Was out of breath.
We were doing ASMR without you.
It's ASMR. Sorry, guys. I'm just.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
For any of y'all who would care to answer, it doesn't matter. Y'all are seniors. Jay talked about all week about the emotion of senior night, and they can be it can be a hindrance, and obviously you guys go out and have this historic performance. So how did y'all balance the emotions with obviously doing some great gymnastics?
I think we had the main goal of like in the forefront of our mind, and we put the senior stuff behind until the last floor routine finished. And Jay always says, if you want to honor somebody, you honor them with your actions. And that's what we thought about the whole entire competition. And I think that just shows when we're doing it for each other what the result can be.
Yeah, I personally did a really bad job of it leading up to the meet, but it was like the moment that I walked into the PMAC today, it just was autopilot mode. And it was just the same approach, the same mindset every single week. And so it just felt right. It felt natural to be locked in as opposed to be emotional. And so I knew that it was going to take over eventually. It was taking over all week. It's been taking over all year. But something about this place makes it really easy to do good gymnastics. It makes it really easy to have fun while you do gymnastics. And it makes it really easy to enjoy the moment with your best friends.
Yeah, honestly, just to echo, they all said it perfectly. This night was just about enjoying it, just soak it all in. And I don't know, it's a hard stuff to think about, but I think we did a great job of honoring each other with our actions and really just like putting it all out there. And the results show for themselves.
Aaliyah, do we want to talk about tonight's perfect 10, and then Sierra and Haley, anything y'all want to say about your teammate and her success on the balance beam tonight?
Honestly,
You got no.
okay. A bit unexpected, but I wanted to do a beam routine for them. They set me up so well week after week, and it's truly that mindset. Like when you do it for the right reasons and you do it for each other, then the results are so.
Yeah, and we see it every single day. Every single day she walks into the gym with the same mindset and the same approach, and it's just really cool to watch, and she inspires so many people, and especially over at Beam, but all 4 of the events, really, just how she goes about her business is just so amazing to watch, and I'm just so proud of not only everything she's accomplished at LSU, but everything she's accomplished in her life, because this is only the beginning for her, and I'm just so proud of you, Lee. No, like Haley said it, she's day in and day out, very consistent. One of like the best teammates and the best friends that you could ever ask for. She's always going to give you 100%, and she's going to do that with her gymnastics as well. She's been itching at it. She's been reaching for that, and so it's kind of just really exciting to see it all come together on such a special night, and just an amazing moment to be able to celebrate with my best friend.
I'm speechless. No comment, please.
This could be for any of y'all. Just how does a performance like this as a team boost your guys' confidence as you finish the regular season and head into the postseason?
I think coming out of a night like this, it's really easy to kind of get ahead of yourself and like, oh wow, we're so awesome. But it's not the score that we're looking at. It's our overall performance. It was top to bottom, just fire after fire, one after the other. And looking at the performance that we had tonight, it should give us all the confidence in the world to carry us into the postseason, especially at the time of the year that it is.
Yeah. I mean, I said it in a circle at the end of the meet today, like, this isn't the ending. Like, we're just beginning. Like, we're just starting. We're catching fire. We're rolling. We're all gas, no brakes from here. And, I mean, people still made mistakes tonight. And so there's still left in the tank. So it's just really exciting to know that we're able to accomplish this, and we're able to, even with all of the emotions of today, we're able to lock in, and we're able to get the job done, and we're able to do what we need to do, pressing event after event, routine after routine, all the way through, you know, having each other's backs whenever we have mistakes, and just knowing that there's even more left for us.
Just the response you guys got from the PMAC tonight, every routine you guys hit, every time Mike said your name, they just erupted. Just how full circle did that feel, you know, one last time?
It's seriously just so special. We have the best fans in the country and the world. Like, they bring the energy day in and day out. No matter if we're in this arena, if we're in Texas, in a way, they come everywhere and bring the energy. So it's just so special to have a support system like that, because we feed off that energy, and it's just so, so cool.
Yeah, there truly is nothing like the PMAC. There truly is nothing like Tiger Nation. I'm so, so grateful to have been given the opportunity to compete in here week after week for 5 straight years. And nothing is ever going to compare to it. And I mean, I was telling the freshmen tonight, like, don't ever, ever, ever take any moment in here for granted, because there really is nothing like it.
Yeah, that was beautifully said, Sierra. How do I follow that? This place is just, it's so special. And like Sierra said, you just can't replicate it. You can try. We've been to some places that are like, this is crazy, but they're just pouring so much love and so much energy into what we do that, like, half the times it doesn't matter what we do out there. They just, like, want to come here and they want to watch gymnastics, and they're just constantly pouring into us. And here, and whenever we're on the road too. And so I'm just grateful to be at a place like this where everyone is accepting and loving, and they really do want to see you succeed.
That's the Southern culture for you.
Again, for any of you guys, so in the 4 or 5 years you've been here, obviously you have won a lot. You have done things that haven't been done before. I sat next to a gentleman tonight, but meet said he was a male gymnast from back in the early 70s. He said we had 200 people in here when he first competed when the PMAC opened, and to have these kind of crowds. Can any of you express what it's like to have a legacy? I know you're not done this year, but to have the legacy you do of where things were very good when you got here, and now they're really great as you guys are headed towards the end of your careers.
Yeah, I think it's crazy because I have been in the stands for years before I've been on the floor. So I've kind of gotten to see it grow fully to what it is now. And it's just really cool to see year after year, like, the records that we continue to set with attendance, and just how much people are willing to buy into the sport of gymnastics. And I owe everything that we've done to the people that have come before us. And I mean, we talk about our theme of the year being Protect the Crown. And the crown represents the legacy of LSU Gymnastics. It represents all of the alumni that have come before us and that have set the stone and set the pavement, like, for us to build upon. We wouldn't be able to climb if they didn't build the pavement. And so it's just kind of being able to represent everything that they've built, and just kind of glorify them in that way.